time for the Offendometer. Here's how it works. Teams have to tell us who's that offender, what they did, and who they offended. Let us begin. Who is that offender?
He offended the rest of the varsity team?
That's not the Fyre Festival guy, is it?
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh.
That's Fyre Fest founder Billy McFarland. Who did he offend?
I know that he announced a second Fyre Festival.
Oh, my
Okay.
God.
Yeah.
So who would be offended by that? People who went to the first one and they were like, don't do it.
Points.
All right.
Yeah. Billy McFarland offended Fyre Festival 1 by announcing Fyre Festival 2. Y'all remember the first one? They was promised a concert out in the beach, and then all they got was airport sandwiches.
You come to Fyre Festival, too. Don't be talking about where's the music. I don't want to hear anything about I'm hungry.
Or I want a toilet.
Yeah, don't bring that here.
Tickets for the new Fyre Festival range from $1,400 to $1.1 million. Now the question is, well, what do I get for $1,400 to $1.1 million?
I would hate to say in front of people what I expect for that kind of money.
Here's Billy hyping the event.
We're gonna have artists across electronic, hip hop, pop, and rock. We might have a professional skateboarder do a demonstration.
You say we might have. Are any of these for sure haves?
What makes Fyre so cool is that we are selling the experience of Fyre. I want to be one of the first festivals that can sell out with no artists.
We had more shit at my daughter's middle school fundraiser than that.
Am I the only person that just kind of appreciates just a good old-fashioned, clear-cut, perfectly explained scam?
And should we be that freaked out about Fyre 2 when we're living through Trump 2?
That's exactly.
Right, that's right. All right, let's see your offender. That is Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
Who did Bezos offend?
Everybody who's got intellect. No, I mean, seriously. So as the owner of the Washington Post, he decided no op-eds if they are going to talk bad about the orange one.
Points on this side. Points. So, Jeff offended First Amendment fans and former Washington Post opinions page editor David Shipley. Seen here remembering the good old days when you could get a decent apple at Whole Foods. Bezos announced that the Washington Post opinion page will be revamped to focus on liberties and free markets, saying, quote, viewpoints opposing those pillars will be left to be published by others. So the newspaper that covered the Watergate scandal, the Pentagon Papers, has basically turned into an incel subreddit. That's basically what we're looking at. He did everything. He may as well just take Garfield out for being anti-Mondays, if you're gonna do that. This isn't the only news from old Jeffy Bezos this week. Does anyone know what out-of-this-world announcement he just made?
He swore that he was gonna shoot a bunch of women up into space on a rocket shaped like a dick.
It was announced on Thursday that Jeff's company, Blue Origin's next launch features a star-studded female crew. The way things are going for women on this planet right now.
They have more rights in space.
I believe space is where the last Planned Parenthood office.
Does anyone know what famous women will be going on this trip? Star-studded.
Katy Perry.
Okay. Is she really?
Wow.
Yes. And most importantly, Gayle King.
Okay.
We cannot afford to lose her.
No.
Who else?
Well, Oprah not going, I know.
Not Oprah.
No. That's gonna be Gayle by herself on that one. Yeah. See you later, bestie.
Is it Lauren Boebert?
No. Take Marjorie.
Oh.
Please, God. Yes.
The historic all-women flight crew will include philanthropist Lauren Sanchez, pop star Katy Perry, and national treasure Gayle King. Gayle, do not go, please. Gayle King, we cannot afford to lose you. If you are a black woman journalist and you're good at your job, they are trying to silence you. They already, I ain't like what they did to Joy Reid, and now they're trying to send you to space. Who gonna interview R. Kelly when he get pardoned by Trump? Who is this offender?
Is that Pam Bondi?
It's definitely a Republican because of herself.
That's Attorney General Pam Bondi, seen here watching an innocent man hanged. Who did Pam offend?
She offended people who wanted to see the Epstein lists, right? She said she was going to release them, and then it turned out Donald Trump's name was all over them, probably. And so they aren't being released, right?
Yes, Pam Bondi offended MAGA conspiracy theorists by releasing the Epstein files, phase 1, which mostly contained, quote, files that have been circulating in the public domain for years. She just basically took the Epstein list and was like, all right, we put 2 more cuts on the album. Here's the Paminator teasing the release on Jesse Waters.
You said last week that you have the Epstein files on your desk. When can we see them, and what's taking so long to release them?
I think tomorrow, Jesse, breaking news right now, you're going to see some Epstein information being released by my office.
Could she be lying?
The MAGA conspiracy theorists were also mad about the unusual way in which the Epstein list was released. What was that atypical way?
They invited all these like influencers to like a Chili's in Washington, D.C.
You're right about the who. I don't know if we can verify the location. Bondi released the files in binders directly to specific online influencers, which infuriated serious journalists like Hercules star Kevin Sorbo, who tweeted, quote, our government used children who were trafficked as a publicity stunt. Disgusting. And our favorite MAGA Muppet, Laura Loomer, she tweeted, quote, I think she should resign. Still no word from Scott Baio. We don't know how he feels about it. All right, let's see your offender.
Okay, it's Stephen A. Smith, yes?
Yes, that is Stephen A. Smith. Bigger question, who did he offend this week?
I don't follow sports that much, so I'm pretty excited to know this because I saw it recently. He offended LeBron James.
Points for Laurie, yes.
Our greatest football player.
Stephen A. Smith offended LeBron James when he said this about LeBron's son back in January on ESPN's First Take.
I am pleading with LeBron James as a father. We all know that Bronny James is in the NBA because of his dad. We know that he's not ready yet.
Now, you would think after Stephen A. Smith said that, he would just chill out. But the next day on his YouTube show, he went on to say more.
We got to be real about what we're seeing. I am not a person that had a problem with Bronny James being on the court for the season opener with LeBron James. My position has always been that should have been the only moment we saw Bronny James in a Lakers uniform this season because he's not ready.
Alex isn't ready, but we let him on the show.
I actually did my time at the Have I Got News for You Development League. 2 floors down. My dad is Roy Wood Sr. So
Okay, so then the question to everybody. You have a sportscaster who is criticizing your son, saying he ain't ready. The only reason he in the league is because of you. If that sportscaster just happened to be courtside at a game you're playing, how would you as a father handle seeing that sportscaster in person? What'd you think old LeBron did when he saw Stephen A?
He probably said, thank you for the constructive criticism.
Here's what happened when LeBron caught up with Stephen A at the Knicks-Lakers game on Thursday night. I'm pretty sure he was saying, keep my son's name out your mouth. Stephen A went on ESPN's First Take to recap the confrontation. He said this.
That wasn't a basketball player confronting me. That was a parent. By all accounts, he's obviously a wonderful family man and a wonderful father who cares very, very deeply about his son.
before this, LeBron was probably one of my favorite basketball players, but given this confrontation, he's definitely my favorite basketball player.
But that's not all. He also went on to say this.
Based on some of the comments that he had heard, or shall I say, I think he thought he heard, he clearly took exception, and he confronted me about it.
Seemed like he heard exactly what you said. Here's how Stephen A. Smith closed.
I have nothing but the best wishes for Bronny James.
I think what we know above all is who we need to be sending in to negotiate with Trump to calm Trump down. If LeBron James can make Stephen A. Smith chill out for a day, then that's who Zelensky need to be calling.